Good morning students. This is our lecture number 12 related to our chapter number 5. In this lecture we will discuss our last primary activities, which is mining. So this is our last lecture related to this chapter. Now concentrate on mining. You already know mining means extraction of minerals. When we extract minerals from deep under the earth, that is known as mining, and it is one of the oldest activities of man. From the primitive or earlier ages, man is doing this activity. There are some many of examples of mining activities, and different minerals are famous in different ages, and these minerals are so important place in those civilization that the civilization or ages name are after their mineral, like Stone Age, Bronze Age, Copper Age, Iron Age, coal, petroleum, and nuclear age. Means in the primitive society, the man you when the man started agriculture, they used stone tools made by stone. So that age is known as Stone Age. Next age come when the man used copper as for their tools or for their machineries or all that. So that age was also known as Bronze Age or Copper Age. After then Iron Age comes, when the iron is the important mineral in each and every field. After Iron Age, coal, petroleum, and nuclear are become some important minerals. So these are known as coal, petroleum, and nuclear age. So you have seen that the some of the ages are named after the minerals they used. Now some major resources of energy in the present time are used. First of all, some factors which affect mining activities. These factors are of two types: physical factors and economic factors. Physical factors: size of mines, means size of the occurrence of the minerals, how much areas a same mineral is found in. Second, grade, means quality, which quality of which sorry what type of quality occurred there. If it is in high quality, we will obviously extract that mineral. If it is inferior quality, the cost may be high, so we will ignore. So second is grade, and third is mode of occurrence of the minerals deposits. Occurrence of the mineral deposits: some minerals are near the surface of the earth, but some minerals are buried deep in the earth. So if the minerals are buried deep in the earth, the cost of extraction will be high, or maybe sometimes we will ignore it. So the occurrence of the minerals deposits is also important. Second category is economic factors. These are physical factors which we can't interfere. They are natural factors. Second is economic factors. To extract the mineral, some other factors are also responsible. First is national level of technology, because to extract the mineral we required technology. So what is the level of technology of any country or of any region? It also depends upon the mining activity. On this also depend the mining activity. Second is availability of capital. To extract the mineral, a lot of technology or inputs have to be include. So this required huge capital investment. Third is labor. No doubt uh, all these technology or size or grade are useless if there is no labor. So labor is also required for the mining activity. Lastly, transportation cost. When we extract the minerals, then we have to transport it to the industrial area or market or to the international countries or other countries. So the transportation cost, if the transportation cost will be high, then we will ignore or we will delay the mining activities. So cheap and efficient transport is also pre-required for the mining activities. Now methods of mining. There are two methods of mining. First is surface mining and second is underground mining. Surface mining, as its name suggests, near the surface. So it occurs near the surface of the earth. It is also known as open cast mining, means open area near the surface area. It is the cheapest and easiest method of mining because the minerals are occurred near the surface of the earth, so they can be easily extracted and the cost of extraction will be cheap or small. But if we go deep into the earth, then the cost will be increasing. So in this type of farming, the cost is also cheapest and it is the easiest method of mining. The cost of safety precautions and equipments is low because near the surface of the earth there is a less chances of any accidents. So there the cost of safety precautions and equipments to go inside the earth is low. Last, the output is both large and rapid because the minerals are near the surface, so we can extract it rapidly and in the large amount. These are the characteristics of the surface mining. In that, in this picture, you can see this A point is showing the surface mining. This is the surface of the earth and the mineral are extracting near the surface of the earth. So this is the example of surface mining or open cast mining. Here we are seeing B part. This is showing the underground mining where we have to go inside the earth, deep inside the earth, and from the deep inside the earth we extract the mineral. So this is the underground mining and this is also known as shaft mining. To go inside the earth, more equipment, more security measures are also required. So in this type of mining, because sometimes roof of the mines collapsed and accidents always occurred. So let's a view on the characteristics. It is also known as shaft mining. It is used to extract minerals which occur deep below the surface of the earth. In this method, the underground vertical galleries radiate to reach the deep occurred minerals. We make galleries, here you can see, we make galleries to go inside the earth. So this required huge capital investment, and then these minerals are transported on the surface of the earth by passages. Here you can see by the passages the mineral can be reached over the surface of the earth. It requires number of equipments, as I told you, designed lift. By the lift the labor can go inside the earth, or the production can be, or the mineral can be reached over the surface of the earth. Some drills are also required, haulage vehicle where the minerals can be carried over the surface of the earth, through which minerals can be carried over the surface of the earth. Because we go inside the earth, some gaseous gases are also there, so ventilation system must be proper for safety and efficient movement of people and material, proper space to move the people inside the mines. So this is very risky method, as the poisonous gases are present there. Sometimes proper ventilation, proper ventilation, or fires also occur there. Sometimes floods come and the mines became full of the water and caving in. Sometimes roof collapsed. So all these incident uh, led to the serious accidents, and these type of accidents are commonly seen in Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, and in some other states of India. So students, here we have completed our chapter number 5. We will start our chapter number 6 in our next lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.